Hey, this is Carl, and welcome to another episode of Statues I Wish I Can Afford. So stay tuned. Hey, fellow collectors. Thanks for tuning in my monthly segment of Statues I Wish I Can Afford. I know I wasn't able to upload the episode last month simply because I did not pre-order anything, but I actually did pre-order something and just forget about it. So I will be beginning with statues that I am currently interested in. Interested doesn't mean I am going to pre-order it though. And then followed by statues I have passed on this month. And finally, statues that I did pre-order. So let's start with the pieces that caught my attention. First is the Spider-Man from Alpha 3 Studios. Reason I like this is because of the sculpt and of course the base. I like how clean and simple this Mark Bagley Spider-Man is. Although this is a museum type statue, the base still tells a lot of story. It's the portraits of Spider-Man's villain, and you can actually rearrange them any way you want. Pre-order for this Spider-Man is actually open already, but I can't really pre-order it right now. I might though in the future if it's still available. Next is this Galactus from a custom studio. This is not the final render or sculpt of this piece, but I just want to share the latest one posted. I really love to own a Galactus statue, and this is my chance to own it. The commissioner is also very passionate on perfecting this statue. This is also a museum statue, which is a plus for me. Will definitely pre-order this when it comes out. Pre-order will probably open soon. Next is from a different custom studio, and we have some teasers of this Spider-Man 2099. All I have is these renders of this piece, but it is looking promising. Like the commissioner of the Galactus, the commissioner of this Spider-Man is also very passionate. He made a lot of revisions to remake this Spider-Man, and I hope everything will go well. And next from the same studio is this Bishop. I really love the sculpt on this Bishop and shows how fierce Bishop is. Well, I am not going to pre-order this because I don't religiously collect X-Men statues, but the sculpt on this piece is really worth mentioning. Next from a different custom studio again, and we have this Alex Ross inspired Captain America. This is also the only photo I have on this upcoming piece, but I do trust this studio. They have the best Alex Ross DC line around, and no doubt their Alex Ross Avengers will be no different. Next is from a different custom studio again, and we have this Alfred statue. I don't collect DC pieces, but this piece is definitely worth mentioning. It's not every day that you see an Alfred statue being made, and it's a museum pose statue. Will fit easily with your other DC collection. Next from a different custom studio, and this is the last one, and we have this museum type Odin piece coming. I have their Gore the God Butcher on pre-order, and I really love the piece, especially the base. If the price is right, I might be able to pre-order this statue. The studio also focuses on Asgardian characters, and I do hope they make a new Thor, which is not a throne, as well as Loki. Next, we go to the pieces that I passed on. These are the pieces which I am originally interested in, but just decided to pass when pre-order opened. First is we have this Miles Morales Spider-Man from my favorite studio. I was so hyped about this piece, especially when I saw he was wearing Jordans. I was anticipating the pre-order but decided not to get it last minute. The sculpt is really amazing, but I didn't like the base. If it was a much simpler base, I would have gotten it. Good thing there's a lot of Miles Morales Spider-Man coming from different studios. Next is this Galactus from Icebreaker Design Studio. I was originally interested in this piece but decided not to go for it. The extra details on Galactus' armor really got me. It was a friend of mine who pointed out that the proportion wasn't right, and somehow it felt like the price wasn't right either. So it was a hard pass for me, but I still look at the photo every now and then because I really admire the piece. Next is from Namesake Studio, and it's their Bowen-inspired Silver Surfer. You will see why I did not pre-order this when you see the statues that I did pre-order. This is a modern or updated sculpt of the Bowen Silver Surfer. which looks amazing, and it's also sold out. It being sold out says a lot about the statue, and Namesake uses one of the best factories around. Good customer support too from both the factory and the commissioner. Next is from the same studio, and it's their Scarlett Witch statue. I did say from my previous video that I was gonna get it, but I decided last minute not to. Reason I pass is because of the price and the pose. I already have the studio's Hawkeye, which is a statue that needs to be displayed side view. And when I saw the Scarlet Witch, she again needs to be displayed on her side, which I didn't like and decided to pass. Sculpt is amazing though and very clean. Though I pass on this piece, I will still continue collecting the line even if I skip on one. Lastly is this Thanos vs Hulk from Siren Art Studio. I was originally very interested in this piece because it's Thanos, but decided not to because I try to stay away from dioramas now, and this piece will definitely be very big. And I'm becoming to not like pieces which shows heads or other characters' weapons on the base. Now, we can go to the last part of the segment, which is the statues that I did pre-order. And first up is this Beast on Throne statue from MFA Collectibles. Well, technically this is not a throne, but on the collecting community, we usually consider this as a throne statue. I pre-ordered this piece because I find the piece amazing. It's sculpted really nice and has a lot of details and textures. Well, sure, this piece will be hard to display with other X-Men characters, but I'll worry about that later when I actually have this piece on hand. One thing I would want to be changed in this piece is the watch and the hair on his arms. I want a more classic looking watch and not this one with chronographs. And the watch really looks like a Rolex Daytona. And I want the hair or fur to be more lifelike, and I hope they add more hair to his body. The current hairs or fur honestly feels like it's uninspired. But the piece still looks great though, hence why I pre-ordered it, and the price is very cheap. Hoping the cheap price will not reflect much on the paint and the overall build of the statue. Next is this Ronan the Accuser from my favorite studio. This is the piece that I did pre-order but just forgot about that I did pre-order it. I only discovered it when I was looking at my PayPal logs. So this is obviously the prototype of the statue, and I am not a Ronan fan, but he is part of the Annihilators, which is I am currently collecting. He is also a big dude, so I did not mind pre-order him for his presence. Sculpt is also very amazing. Just look at those textures and details. Hope they update the prototype and change Ronan's skin to blue. Ronan isn't purple, but his father is. Next, I got two Silver Surfer from the same studio, and again, they are both part of the Annihilator line. I would like to give a special shout out to my friend Alan for encouraging me to get these two surfers. The pre-order hurts a lot and I did not regret it. This is the reason why I passed on Namesake Surfer because I got two of these. To quote my good friend, these two surfer belongs to each other. But I am not going to display them together. I will display the silver one with the rest of the Annihilators and display the black one elsewhere. Maybe a Silver Surfer shrine because I got a few of them already on pre-order. And my last pre-order is from a custom studio and it's another Silver Surfer. The moment I saw this Silver Surfer posted on Facebook, I knew I was going to pre-order it. So I got the silver variant instead of the black one because I already have Alpha 3's Black Surfer. I believe both of this and the Alpha 3 Black Surfer looks good together. They have a very similar base, but I believe this one is going to be really big. We'll need to build a 40-inch deep display for future statues definitely. Also, the price on this piece is very cheap, which is why I pulled the trigger on 3 surfers. So that's the end of the list. I know I went a little crazy with my Silver Surfer pre-orders, but I do believe they will come out great. And if they don't, you'll hear them on my review when it's out, of course. Currently, I also don't have any statues coming. I don't even know which one will ship next. I do have a few new statues here which I already have displayed and not made a review yet because I'm too busy playing. But we'll try and make new reviews soon. Again, a happy new year to all. Thanks for watching till the end and see you again next month. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this and please like our Facebook page too.